There's more Intimate is here on more 94. You're shooting Big L's in the building. That right there, AJR with Bang. This is Bahamas Super Station. Big L's in the building. Good morning to you. Ahmad is hanging out as well. That's our intern. And of course, right about now is when I connect with the one and only Room, the player from the Himalaya who's representing the Sideline Sports ENT. We're going to talk sports, y'all. I could only hope that there's something that in today's report that I would have not known already. I kid. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the room, man. And shout out to everybody who'll be watching the Sideline Sport Report on social media. You get to actually see us and interact with us as well. So shout out to everybody who's logged on and watching it that way. But right about now, for those listening on the airwaves of 194 FM, good morning, Jerome. Take it over.
Hey, top of the morning, man. Good morning, Bahamas. This is Sideline Sports and Entertainment Bahamas. 30 station, the Sideline to the headline. Here only on 194.9 FM. Thank you, everybody, for joining us on this fabulous Friday. And yeah, what it is. What we do on Friday?
We flex on Friday. I still shut him in, though. 7 minutes of just laughing.
We're right into the sporting report this morning. I think that's the news from the NFL this morning. And this thing went down. Carson Wentz is finally a member of the Colts. And guess what? The Colts got him for 2 draft picks. So, yeah, that was the interesting story coming out of the NFL yesterday. Of course, Carson Wentz was the first-round draft pick for the Eagles. But as far also after that trade, I think he used about maybe $38 million towards the salary cap.
Wow.
So, we'll see how that worked out for them. Again, like I said, as far as the 2 draft picks for Carson Wentz, I don't know. I think they came out as the losers on that one.
I guess.
So news from the NBA. Of course, we had a couple games on the schedule last night. We'll just go through the scoreboard from last night. Like I said, we had too many games on there. But we got the Raptors over the Bucks, 110-96. The Nets over the Lakers last night, 109-98.
Let me ask you about that game, right? About that matchup. What do you think is most important? Do you think a team can outscore another team so much that the defense doesn't matter? Or do you think a team with a good enough defense will stop a team, even if they are prolific scorers, from actually being able to play their normal game? Like, what do you think is most important, the defense or the offense? When you look, I know the defense wins games, but like when you think about how great the Nets are as an offensive scoring power, like, do you think defense would even make a difference in their game?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think, I think the Nets, even though they do have a lot of offensive firepower, I do think that it makes a difference when teams actually decide to put some pressure on them and play defense.
A team like the Clippers, which is a really good defensive team. Like the Clippers, they're a really good defensive team. They're some real all-stars because of defense. When you take that into consideration, if they were to match up, let's just say for a 7-game series, who do you think would be able to come off on top? The offensive powerhouse like the Nets, or the defensive juggernauts like the Clippers?
Yeah, I'm going to side with Kyrie and KD on this one. It's hard for any team to beat the Brooklyn Nets in a 7-game series. That's just how I feel about it. I mean, yeah, they got enough star power to. You know what? Okay, so I guess with that answer, you've actually forced me to switch and agree with you. Yeah, as far as the Brooklyn Nets are concerned, they have way too much defensive firepower than anybody that's possible. I mean, yeah, that's just my thoughts on it.
Okay.
Except maybe the Lakers. So.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm not a Lakers fan, but yeah, I gotta agree.
It's gonna be interesting to see how it really plays out closer to the end of the season, heading into the playoffs, and especially if they're gelling really good now. If they could get it together and at least learn how to make defensive stops. Even if they don't actually, even if they're not ranked top 10 in defense, if they learn how to make important defensive stops, I definitely think they're going to win the championship.
You know, and I was just actually looking at the scoreboard last night. For the Lakers, they only had like 2 other players besides LeBron in double figures. LeBron had 32. Kyle Kuzma was the second highest scorer with 16 points. And the only other player, I think, had 10 points. So, again, you know, as far, I think, like I said, I think the Lakers are one of the teams that can definitely give the Nets a run for their money.
Okay.
Keep in mind now the Nets have been without Kevin Durant as well. So again,
and the Lakers were without AD. And true.
Yeah.
So you know, so you gotta get it wasn't too bad, you know, in terms of balance. But anyway, let's move right along.
Yep. The only other game on the schedule was the Heat and the Kings. And go Heat. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy, but man, he came on top with that game. 118 to 110 was the final score there. Buddy, quiet game at 5 points last night. We just a steal and a block. Buddy, you gotta put up some more points if y'all expect to it. That definitely cut it, man. But again, as far as the lead, almost everybody in double figures. And then, maybe also you brought up a very good point here. I guess the final voting is in for the All-Star game, which is on March 7th. Yep. So for the Western Conference, the starters, we got Luka Doncic, no surprise there, Steph Curry, LeBron James, Nikola Jokic, and Kawhi Leonard. For the starters on the Eastern side, of course, Kevin Durant is the captain. We got Kyrie Irving, Bradley Beal, of course, KD, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Joel Embiid.
I think the captain for the West is LeBron, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's going to be LeBron and Durant choosing the teams.
Yeah,
because they choose on the 12 basically. I mean, you got the starters, but then they choose okay. My comments on it is, I think it's the only other player in the West side that I would have wanted to see, and I don't know whether I would take Luka out. Definitely not Steph. I don't know if I'd take Luka out and put this person in, but I really feel as though Dame Lillard should have been a starter. Like that's the only thing about the list that I'm really happy about. Like I get it, but I feel as though Luka had a better. I mean, not Luka. Dame. I think he should have been a starter. Not saying Luka shouldn't have been an all-star, definitely. But I think in terms of starting lineup, I would have given it to Dame if it was me.
And we got so used to Luka averaging double-doubles and putting up points and assists that we'd be like, he's just a regular. I suppose we would want like Dame Dollar, right? But over Luka?
Yeah, I would have put Dame Dollar over Luka. This is my personal opinion, though. All right, like I could choose that. I think Dame plays. I like Dame's game better. I think Dame is doing a lot more than Luka. I don't know. That's just me. Don't judge me, bro. I don't judge you. Don't judge me. All right. Let's just see how the team plays out when they actually choose who else is going to be on the roster and what positions they're going to be playing from the east or the west side. So later we'll discuss that. All right?
Yeah, definitely. Right. And only one other note from baseball. This was actually about a day ago, but I had to bring this up. Fernando Tatis Jr., man, 14 years, $340 million contract extension.
Hold on, a 14-year extension?
Yeah, 14 years.
1-4? That is a long contract.
I mean, dude is young, but
still, why would you want to sign with anything for over 14 years? Like, I don't know.
$140 million.
I guess that's a good point, but still, though, like, would you want to be tied to one team? That's a very. I mean, no, I guess he might as well settle in. that's the rest of his career, pretty much. He might as well just settle in. Yeah. All right, Jerome, thank you very much for that Sideline Sport Report, man. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget you can always check out Sideline Sport ENT on Facebook as well as Instagram if you want to watch or see what's happening with Sideline Sports. All right, keep it on. Talk to more music, more entertainment as always on 194. We are your Bahamas Super Station. Good morning.